Which one do you think is correct? If it was me or if it were me? Let's find out in this video. Hi everyone, Teacher Dong here, and today we will continue learning how to construct sentences that follow the correct rules. Now, this is already the part 2, so make sure to watch part 1 first before this because there are very important information which I talked about there. You can watch it by clicking this card. So, just like what we did in the first video, first we'll examine 2 examples and then talk about the rule. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let's look at these examples. Number 1, many have evacuated the place already. Number 2, many has evacuated the place already. Which one do you think is the correct one? Right, it is the first sentence because the rule says that indefinite pronouns like many, few, both, and several should have plural verbs. Now, just like what I said in the first video, we need to familiarize these pronouns so that when we construct sentences, we make them grammatically correct. Got it? Let's go to the next one. Let's look at these examples. Number 1, neither the principal nor the teachers are listening to the speech. Number 2, neither the principals nor the teacher is listening to the speech. Which one do you think is the correct sentence? Actually, both of them are correct because according to the rule, when the subject has 2 or more words joined or connected by or nor and either or neither, the number of the verb should depend on the word nearest to it. Let's look at the first sentence. What is the word nearest to the verb? That's right, teachers. And teachers is plural in number. Therefore, exactly, the verb should be plural, which is are. Teachers are listening, right? In the second sentence, it's the same story. Teacher, which is singular in number, is the word nearest to the verb. Therefore, our verb should be singular as well. Got it? Be careful with this. Only use this method or this rule if the subject has 2 or more words joined by or nor and either or neither. Got it? Let's go to the next one. Let's look at these examples. Number 1, James, together with the rest of the athletes, apply for a scholarship grant. Number 2, James, together with the rest of the athletes, applies for a scholarship grant. Which one do you think is the correct sentence? That's right. It is the second sentence. Teacher Dong, wait, athletes is plural. So the verb should be plural too. Okay. This is why it's very important that you know what the subject of a sentence is. My question is, what is the subject in this sentence? That's right. It is James. The phrase together with the rest of the athletes has nothing to do with the verb. Okay? So it does not affect the number of the verb. Because James is singular in number, the verb should be singular. What do we do with the word apply? We change Y to I and then add ES. Got it? Let's go to the next one. Let's look at these examples. Number 1, there are about 50 students who will join the contest. Number 2, there is about 50 students who will join the contest. Which one do you think is the correct sentence? That's right. It is the first sentence because according to the rule, when the sentence starts with the word there or here, the subject follows the verb. What that means is the subject is located somewhere in the middle. You need to be careful with that one because the subject is not always located in the beginning of the sentence. It can also be found or put in the middle of the sentence. Got it? Let's go to the next one. Let's look at these examples. Number 1, if Mary was here, we would be eating delicious snacks. Number 2, if Mary were here, we would be eating delicious snacks. Which one do you think is the correct answer? Right, it is the second sentence. Wait, what? Teacher Dong, you said that if the subject is singular, then the verb should also be in singular form. Right, that's what the rule says. That's actually great. But are you sure that Mary is the subject in that sentence? It's not, right? It's we. And the verb is would be eating. Teacher Dong, then what is this if Mary were here? Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that. Right, so what is the situation? Right, the speaker is wishing for something. And what is that? The speaker is wishing that if Mary is also in the place where they are, they would be eating delicious snacks. But in fact, okay, the reality is Mary is not there. The person's just wishing. So how do you call that, Teacher Dong, in that situation? In that situation, the verb is in its subjunctive mood. So according to the rule, when we want to express a situation that is wishful, doubtful, not factual, the verb should be in subjunctive mood. Also, when we use the verbs suggest, wish, order, recommend, etc., the verb in the clause, in the next clause, should be in its subjunctive mood. Let's look at this example. The principal suggested that the teacher visit the clinic. As you can see, it's not visits, right? Because again, the subject is the principal and not the teacher. The verb is suggested. And according to the rule, when we use the word suggest, the verb in the next clause should be in subjunctive mood. It should be in plural form. Got it? Let's go to the next one. Let's look at these examples. Number 1, a number of students are gathering outside the school. Number 2, the number of bullies in the school is increasing. Which one do you think is the correct sentence? That's right. Both of them are correct. Okay? This one is quite tricky, but once you master this one, it will become easy. So, remember this, okay? When you use a number as part of your subject, use a plural verb. Got it? Whereas when you use the number as part of your subject, use a singular verb. Again, a number, plural verb. The number, singular verb. Got it? Let's go to the next one. Let's look at these examples. Number 1, Jessica is one of those writers who prefer to use metaphors most of the time. Number 2, Jessica is the only one of those writers who prefers to use metaphors most of the time. Which one do you think is the correct answer? That is right. Both of them are correct. Although these sentences are quite long, they are very easy to understand. If we use the expression one of those who, we use the plural form of the verb. And if we use the expression only one of those who, we use the singular form of the verb. It's very easy to determine actually. If it has the word only, we use singular form of the verb. And if it does not have, we use plural. Got it? So that ends our lesson for today. If there are any topics that you would like me to talk about in my next video, please don't hesitate to write them down in the comment section below. And if you think this tutorial is helpful, please share it with your friends. Again, this is Teacher Dong. Don't forget to study, practice, repeat. Bye!